You're listening to the Big Shaw Sports Report on Northeast Streaming Sports.
Welcome to the Big Shaw Sports Podcast on this beautiful Sunday. I apologize, I didn't have my microphone plugged up, but it's okay. I am going to do something different today. I've been thinking about doing it for a while, and I finally got the time to do it. I've decided to do a top 25 top wrestlers of all time list. Now, I did this list a few days ago because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. I know a lot of people think, well, wrestling is fake. It's fake. Why did you watch it? Why did you like it? Because I do. Now, I don't watch it now because it's not what it used to be back in the Attitude Era, back when Stone Cold, The Undertaker, Triple H, and guys like that was kicking butt, and making wrestling fun. I don't know what happened to it. It just died down. It got washed up and just threw it away. But if I was the WWE, I would bring some of this Attitude Era back and bring the fans back. We know a lot of people my age, the ones born in the 80s and the 70s, they want to see wrestling back to where it used to be. But I'm tired of hearing everybody talking about, oh, it's so fake. Well, you know what? It's fun and it's entertainment, and I loved it. It was so many great matches for me. I think my favorite WWE match was the Buried Alive match. I like that one. The Inferno match, the Hell in a Cell. And the matches like that, but was very fun and very interesting to watch. So I'm not going to hold y'all on because I have another show coming on at 4:30. So I know y'all are tired of seeing my face, but I'm not tired of seeing y'all's. So we're going to get into it. We're going to start at number 25, which this list is not a bad list. But like I said, if on my other show, if you don't like the list, you can always change your list, switch it up, do as you will with that list. But I'm going to get right into it. At number 25, I didn't write this stuff down. I just wrote their names down because, like I said, I have another show coming on at 4:30. So we're going to just jump into it. I'm going to call their names, and we're going to rock and roll from there. So at number 25, he was one of my favorite wrestlers. I enjoyed him a lot. I really did. He took the ham over Hulk Hogan. He was given it by Vince McMahon. You know who it is. The Ultimate Warrior. He was very good. His face paint was awesome. His build was out of this world. He was built like a G.I. Joe. He was ripped. And I loved, the paint on his face when he came into the ring. He made a lot of people's day. He was just that great in the eyes of a lot of people in the WWE. At number 24, let's just keep on going. Number 24, another great one, Ricky Steamboat. He was also a great wrestling legend. I had to watch him a little bit on YouTube. Also, Ultimate Warrior, not as much, but Ricky Steamboat I did. He was phenomenal. He was very well. Number 23, Jimmy Snuka, rest his soul. He was also a great WWE legend, great wrestler. I had to watch him on YouTube also. A lot of these guys, some of them, not all of them, was before my time. So I kind of had to watch YouTube on a few of these people. Let's just keep on going. Number 22, I have Jake the Snake. Man, I'm scared of snakes. But when Jake the Snake had him, I wasn't scared. But he was great. He was really, he really was. He was one of a kind. I believe he was the one that started the DDT. He made that move very famous. A lot of wrestlers use it to this day. He made that move very famous. At number 21, the bodyguard, the security guard, the man, the women loved. They wanted him and he wanted them too. Rick Rude. He wanted every woman wanted him. He was great at what he did in the ring. Rest his soul. He was a great wrestler. There's a lot of these wrestlers, man, that was great in the ring. They passed on. the big boss man. We're going to talk about him later on, but let's just keep on going. At number 20, another favorite of mine. I got him. I got Bret Hart at number 20. He's a great wrestler. He's come from a wrestling family. We all know about Bret Hart. And it's nothing but I can say about Bret Hart. You know, Bret Hart was good. He was very physical. He was a great wrestler. He made you look good. He did his thing in the ring. I watched him at Halloween Havoc against Sting. That was a good match, you know, to watch. I really like Bret Hart. I really do. And I don't care what nobody says. Bret Hart was a dangerous man. So let's just keep on going, everybody. Number 19, the rated R superstar, Edge. He was awesome. I liked him when he was with the Brood. I really did. He was great in tag team action with Christian. I think that was the best, if you ask me, when he was in tag team action. Man, him and the Hardy Boys would go at it. That was some great stuff. The Dudley Boys. That's when wrestling was wrestling. That's when wrestling was fun. Edge at number 19. At number 18, this may shock a few people. It may raise a few eyebrows. But Kane, I'm sorry. I hope he don't come kick my door down tonight. But I like Kane. I really do. But I really thought Kane should have won a lot of more championships than what he won. I really think Kane should have had at least 8, maybe 9, maybe 10. But he didn't get that far. He was a big red machine. He was a monster. Him and Undertaker had great matches. Him and The Rock had great matches. Him and Stone Cold had great matches. Him and X-Pac was a good team. So Kane, I love him. I'm a big fan of Kane, but I got him at number 18. At number 17, I have Randy Orton, the legend killer. And he's still going to this day. Folks, if you've never seen Randy Orton, I think y'all should check him out. He is great. He is one of my all-time favorites. I enjoyed watching him when he came to Alexandria a few years back. Put on a great show. He was awesome, great character, a great man. Had a chance to meet him after the show, and very great. He was very humble, and I enjoyed seeing him and having that conversation. He was very great. So let's just keep going. At number 16, not a big fan of John Cena. Got him at 16. You know, he's good. I'm not gonna get it wrong. He's good, but I just didn't have the vibe for John Cena, but I had to put him on this list because of respect. Gotta respect what he done in the ring and what his character represented as well. So John Cena, he won a few titles. Now he's in Hollywood doing his thing, but I respect him because of his character. I really enjoyed his character in the WWE. And number 15, I didn't get an opportunity to see this man either. That's why we have YouTube for the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. For what I saw, Ted was awesome. He really was. And it's not too many wrestlers I can say that was like Ted DiBiase. Had his own title, which was awesome. I liked it. His son was also pretty good, but Ted DiBiase was pretty well. He was pretty well. He was awesome in the ring, and I love the belt that he had. He was a great superstar, and we need more like that. But Ted DiBiase, he's at 15. And at 14, I had the opportunity to see him, not in person, but, you know, on Monday Night Nitro and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you who he is. At number 14, Kirk Hennig. Kirk Hennig, to me, was one of the greatest wrestlers in the ring. He was very smooth, and and I watched a few stuff about Kirk Hennig. He kind of was that perfect guy if you think about it. He had the looks. He had everything you wanted from Kirk Hennig. He did everything good. He could bowl. He did everything. He could rap with the West Texas Rednecks. And he was with Ric Flair and them for a little bit till he turned on him. We know that he went through a lot. He went through a lot of things after his career was up. He really did. He went through a lot, personal demons that he had to fight, but it caught up with him. But he was great. I enjoyed him in the ring. We also remember the Flight from Hell. My boy Frankie Cruz Jr. Y'all remember the Flight from Hell, him and Ric Flair? But he was released. Kirk Hennig was released after that. The Flight from Hell. But he was awesome, but I hated to when he passed away, it kind of, knocked everybody off for me because Kirk Hennig, he was going through a lot. And what we don't know about these wrestlers, man, they go through a lot of stuff when, they be on the road for so long, be away from their families, and they just turn to other things. But Kirk Hennig was great. I loved his rap in the West Texas Rednecks. One of my favorite songs is called Rap is Crap. So I got him at 14, Rest His Soul. And number 13, we're going up to my boy Mankind. I know, he's at 13. Why you got Mankind at 13? It's nothing against Mankind. I like Mankind. I just got him at 13. But back to my boy Kirk Hennig. It's just, I was thinking about Kirk Hennig last night. I was watching the West Texas Redneck song and hearing him rap, man, it just brought back memories of him in WCW. But Mankind, back to Mankind. Mankind was awesome. I thought Mankind was dead when Undertaker threw him off the cell, the Hell in the Cell. I said, ain't no way that this man is alive. And JR, I think he said, my God, JR then was him and King Lawler, they made that scene so real, like the Undertaker killed Mankind. Because when he fell, I think it was JR or I think it was the King. One of them said, "Is he dead? Is he dead?" That's when I realized I like wrestling. It was awesome and it was fun. We need more matches like that, with Mankind. But I think he's retired now. So let's just keep on going, everybody. At number 12. I didn't get an opportunity to see this guy neither, but he was good, what they say. And I've seen him doing a lot of YouTube stuff. The Junkyard Dog, rest his soul. It's a lot of people on this list, some of them that is not with us. But the Junkyard Dog, he was awesome. He was fantastic. He did great at what he done. And the only thing that I will say, I know a friend of mine told me yesterday when I was doing this, he said, "Man, you're not gonna pick Chris Benoit on the list?" I said, "No, I'm not gonna put him on the list." I said, I couldn't do it. I couldn't bear to put him on the list at all. But that's a subject for another day. But yeah, back to Undertaker Mankind. That was crazy because I said, man, ain't no way Mankind will get up and walk away from that. But that was a great match. Mankind, but I like Cactus Jack too, but Mankind was something special. I remember The Rock hit him in the head with a steel chair. I think it was 8 times I counted, and Mankind still got back up. So Mankind was really, really tough. He was tough as nails. So let's just keep going right quick. Number 11, my guy, one of my favorite wrestlers in his WCW days. I think he went to WWF. I don't know if Booker T ever went to WWE. I'm not too sure if he did, but I like Booker T. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna throw him and his brother at number 11. So Booker T, he climbed the heights. Okay, he did go to WWE. Okay, thank you, Frankie. Booker T was great. If you don't have Booker T on your list nowhere, throw your list away. Booker T was awesome. He was fantastic in the ring. Him and his brother, they were great. We needed more African American, wrestlers, and we did. Booker T, Junkyard Dog, and Coco Beware, guys like that. They opened the door for a lot of black African American wrestlers. He's a 2-time WWE and wrestler and Hall of Famer. So Booker T, one of the best that ever did it, and he walked away fine. But yeah, I remember when they picked Mankind up but he came back anyway. That was crazy. That's what I like about Mankind. You can beat Mankind 1,000 times. You can hit him with a brick. You can run him over with a car, ambulance, police, whatever vehicle you want. Mankind still gets back up. But man, I know he was getting paid real good, and I know they was. I bet those other wrestlers was backstage. It's like, oh my God, he keeps getting up. He keeps getting up. But that was his character. That's what he done. That's what made wrestling fun. That's what made wrestling fun, guys. And number 10, I had to put him at number 10. I really had to. Andre the Giant. I didn't know much about Andre the Giant. I had to Google him also. I really like what he done in the ring. I heard he drank a lot of beers in one time. But Hulk Hogan picked him up. I said that can't be real. And he really did. I think Hogan said he broke his, I think he said he broke something in his back when he lifted up Andre the Giant. Yeah, wrestling is fake. I know. I'm aware. But some of that stuff they do is not fake. There's no way. Some of that stuff doesn't look fake, but some is, you can tell what's real and what's fake. But when Hogan picked him up, you can see something was kind of wrong with when Hogan picked him up and slammed him. But Andre the Giant, he was awesome. He was the best. But he really lifted him. I know he really did. So something happened in Hulk Hogan's back. I think he said he broke a bone or something in his back when he picked him up. But you didn't notice it. You didn't know that Hulk Hogan went through all that when he picked up Andre the Giant. So that was crazy. For him to do that. I enjoyed it. At number 9, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I love this man. He's very great. I've seen him in Baton Rouge. I think it was him and Lex Luger and a few other wrestlers. They was in Baton Rouge. They was at the Outback Steakhouse, but they was beating the crap out of each other hours ago. And I thought, this when I realized something's not right in wrestling. These guys was beating the mess out of each other. They really was. And they're sitting here at the Outback Steakhouse laughing and having a good time. I don't want to be wrong, but I know it was Sting. It was Lex Luger. And I think it was Kevin Nash. It was a lot of the guys that came. They were wrestling in Baton Rouge. When they come to Louisiana, they got to hit Lafayette, Lake Charles, Baton Rouge, and New Orleans. They just make the loop. And they're real cool. They were real fun. And we just keep on going. Sting with number 9. Number 8, another favorite, Shawn Michaels. He was my favorite. The Sweet Jam music. I love his entrance. Him and Triple H and the guys, they get together. It's going to be fun. They always bring something fun to the table. So, but you never know what they're going to do with them two together. So let's just keep on going. I got this guy number 7. Some may not agree, but it'll be okay. But like I said, if y'all don't like the list, let me know. But it's not changing. But at number 7, I got Hulk Hogan at number 7. My friend saw the list. He said, dude, you got Hogan at 7? I said, yeah, I got Hogan at 7. He said, why? I just got my opinions on Hulk Hogan, so I just threw him at 7. I just didn't like him and the Macho Man beef. They really didn't like each other, and they had their reasons. And if you watch wrestling behind the scenes, you know why. So Hogan is at number 7. At number 6, I have Triple H. He's running things now, so. He had a lot of great matches. A lot of great rivalries. Him, Stone Cold, The Rock, Kane, Undertaker. These guys, names I just called, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, yeah. These guys had great matches against each other. From Sunday Night Heat, Monday Night Raw, all the pay-per-view matches. These guys were all great. Even Kane. These guys was all great. Edge, these guys was awesome. And they gave you 10,000% every night. And I enjoyed it. You got to think these guys put their bodies through everything just to give us a good show. Be away from their families. every day. I think I was looking at Kirk Hennig. I think they were saying he was on the road for almost 300 plus days, but he still made time for his family. So that tells you a lot about these wrestlers. They went through a lot, and hey, things happen in life. Sometimes people handle it different ways. So let's just keep on going. And number 5, I know Frankie, you may not like it. With the number 5, Frankie, I got the Undertaker. Why? Because as a kid, he used to scare me. He used to scare me every time. But you knew when he was coming. The smoke comes, the lights goes off, and everything like that. You get scared. You hear the thong, you know he's coming. And he used to freak me out. He really just freak me out every day. But he is my all-time favorite wrestler. He's great. He'll choke some you to hell. He'll put you in a tombstone. He'll do it. He'll put you in Hell's Gate. He'll get you. He'll sneak up on you when you least expect it. The Undertaker at number 5. Oh, we're getting good, everybody. Number 4. My favorite is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hey, I don't care what y'all say. He's my guy. Stone Cold is one of those people to where you would love to just sit down and drink a beer with and pick his brain. I bet you will laugh your butt off every second because I know he got good memories. I know he do. I just feel that he have great stories to say about every wrestler I just named. He's been in it for a long time, you know, from his rivalries with The Rock, Triple H, and and the rest of the guys beating up Vince McMahon and his son, just stuff like that, man. Just make you just want to sit back, man. Just think if he really hated Vince McMahon. And him drinking a beer in the ring, Stone Cold Stunner. Everybody get a Stone Cold Stunner. He was great. I love Stone Cold. Let's just keep pushing everybody. Number 3, my man, The Rock. His promos were great. I don't know who had the better promos, The Rock, Ric Flair, or Macho Man. Who had the better promos? And I think Flair, if you ask me, but The Rock comes in close. But I loved everything The Rock did. He brought wrestling, and he also brought his family along. He kept it in the family, started from his grandpa, his dad, Roman Reigns. You know Roman Reigns. I butcher his last name. Umaga, rest his soul. Roman Reigns, guys like that. You know, keep it in the family, and I love the way The Rock did that. He, like I said, it started from the grandpa, dad, son, boom, boom, boom. Now it's just going on down generation to generation, just like Randy Orton and stuff like that. So I respect The Rock for that. You know, the Usos, yeah, those guys too. And that's what I like about The Rock. You know, he made it a family affair. So nobody in his family, I'm going to say it, nobody in his family should be starving. Yeah, that big guy too, I can't say his name, Yokozuna. It's all a family thing. From the Harts, The Rock, Ric Flair, those guys made it a family affair. So these guys shouldn't have no problem at all. If I was in The Rock's family, I see my cousin wrestling. Guess what I'm gonna do? Hey, I want to do it too, Rock. Okay, earn it, and those guys earn it. So it's a family affair. So nobody should be broke. Everybody should have a job in The Rock's family. But everything started from the grandpa, dad, son, cousins, uncles. Now everybody have a piece of the pie. So at number 2, I had to do this because my number 1 is my all-time favorite. I had to do 2 for these 2 guys. I had to do 2. Ric Flair is number 2. Ric Flair is number 2. He was electrifying, limousine riding, son of a gun. He was great. I liked Ric Flair. I loved his uniform that he wore, his woo, his rants that he would go off on. Him and the 4 Horsemen were good. One of the greatest groups I've ever seen in my wrestling time when I was watching it. So I don't want to be too long, everybody, but I'm listening to do my number one. I have two. Then I'm gonna do my honorable mentions. I have two. And the reason why I have two is because I couldn't put this man no lower. Macho Man, rest his soul, and Eddie Guerrero, rest his soul also. Two great pioneers of wrestling, two legends of wrestling. Macho Man actually was supposed to be the face of wrestling. Something happened. I can't recall what happened. Something happened, and it went to Hogan. Then it went to Ultimate Warrior. I don't know what happened. Ever since that time, Macho Man didn't like Hulk Hogan, and he really didn't. He did not like Hulk Hogan at all. Even when they wrestled together, Macho Man still had hatred for Hulk Hogan, and that hatred was real. It wasn't fake. This was real between those two. And Eddie Guerrero, he was getting himself better. He was starting to get himself in a better place, and he lost his life. He was getting there. He was getting himself clean. He was getting to that spot where he needed to be in life. And I think he was going to win the heavyweight championship. I think he was going to win the heavyweight championship that night. He passed. So those of y'all don't know, Chavo is his nephew. So I think Chavo's the nephew or something like that. But guys, that's it for right now. I'll be back later around 4:30 to do my college football preview. We will preview the SEC. And then next week, we're going to do the Pac-12 because I miss college football a lot. I really do. But I had to do the wrestling thing to get it off my mind. But listen, everybody, thank y'all for listening. Don't forget, check me out on YouTube at Big Shaw on YouTube. Subscribe, like. So just support it. So that's it, everybody. Thank y'all for listening to the Big Shaw Sports Podcast with Cousin Jones. Thank y'all very much.